Merry meet everyone and hello. So I was feeling inspired to do a little reading for summer for everyone with a couple water decks. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that for on YouTube. It's gonna be an interactive reading, so I'm gonna do 3 piles and I'm gonna ask you to take a minute, just pause, try to let your brain, your mind go and just be open and see if any particular number or pile calls to you, or if you get, a number in your head or a message as to which pile to choose. So I'll have you choose one of the 3 piles, and that will be your message. So I hope everyone's well. I'm doing all right, and I'm very excited to do this reading and use these decks. I don't know why. I feel like it. It's hot here. Summer's just begun. There's a fan in the background, so I'm hoping everyone can hear me all right. I apologize if there's interference and they cause any difficulties. So the decks that I'm using here are the Oracle of the Mermaids. I know there's a glare. I apologize again. The Oracle of the Mermaids is by Lucy Cavendish, and it's a really neat deck. I'm really liking it. And then I also am going to use the Navigators of the Mystic Sea deck. I don't know who did this one. Maybe in one of my earlier videos. I don't have the boxing for it, but this is also a pretty neat deck. Alright, so this is an overlying message for everyone. Very interesting. We've got the Sun organization. I've already shuffled these, so I'm just going to do a quick little shuffle on here on our energies. Alright, so we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So go ahead and take a moment, again, try to empty your head, see if any number pops in between 1 and 3, or if you feel particularly pulled and drawn to any of these piles. Okay, I'm going to continue on, so pause if you want a little more time. So for those of you who picked pile 1, we have the Magic of the Pavilion Druth. I'm not sure I'm saying that right. These are really gorgeous cards, so I'm going to make sure you get to see them. And then we have Reservation, Page of Pentacles. In just a moment, I'm going to tune into the cards, tune into my quiet place, and do your reading. Okay. So what I'm getting for this is it's having to do with money, mainly. It seems for some of you there may be some caution around caution, secrecy, and wary are the words on this, the keywords on this card. And for some of you, there's some caution or secrecy around a financial situation. Maybe it's at work, maybe it has to do with the stock market, or you wanting to make some sort of investment into your own business or into something that feels right for you, but you're nervous about it. feeling really cautious and should you or not. It might be that some information not necessarily has been withheld, but has been difficult to find out. So you've been a little bit wary about making a decision. And it looks like you've been wise in doing that thus far. But as the summer progresses, and once we get out of June, different timing for everyone, of course, but once we start getting out of June and into July, more and more people are actually going to be getting go ahead in relation to moving forward. Some of this stuff, this financial stuff. These are good cards. I think for most of you, for people who pick one, most of you are going to be seeing some sort of financial success, whether that's getting a raise, getting a job that you like, building on your own business, your own career, having some sort of windfall of money come to you. But it does look like there is a need to be responsible and to utilize the more positive, I guess I'm going to say, aspects of the Capricorn Saturn nature. So being responsible, applying organization to what you're doing, research, being a little bit reserved, and not necessarily cautious, being cautious, but I don't want it to be taken in a negative connotation. It's more about just being responsible, being organized, making sure that you do the work, that you take the steps that are necessary before you don't want to put the cart in front of the horse type of thing. These things need to be done in order. So being a little bit reserved at the right time, having a little bit of caution, asking questions, doing some research that needs to be done. Organizing your time is also key with this. And if you do those things and you take the steps that are needed before whatever this is, whether it's getting a new job or making some sort of investment, it looks like there's great blessings and success to come from that. You're definitely there's definitely a message of coming to the completion, not being quite at the completion, but of a cycle getting very close to completing, and then you'll have like the full moon phase where there's a peak, and this could be when your blessings come in, or it could be with the new phase. It could be that you're finishing off some way of being or doing things financially or some part of it, and then there's going to be a change, and with that change there's a new cycle, and it looks really good. Remember your power, your solar plexus, your own inner power, taking care of yourself, utilizing that, and again being responsible, organization, research, ask questions as necessary. Don't be the fool, like the fool card and jump in. Use your mind, work through the details, and walk along the path, and it should get easier. There should be rewards along the way, and it should get very nice for you, I think. Okay. So I'm going to move on to people who picked pile 2. Okay, again, give me just a moment. Okay. This reading, this one also has a message having to do with finances and money. However, the greater message here, I think, is having to do with the underlying internal workings that lead to success. So this is not entirely about finances, financial situations, and money. This is other areas of your life as well. You are coming to a completion phase in a new cycle. Right now, there's through summer, there is a large reservoir of potential energy. You are the universe is very much conspiring to assist you in your creations, in making things happen. You have the fertility card. I'm not sure everyone gets to see the cards because they're really beautiful. And you have the affluence card, which is 10 of Pentacles. For some of you, there may be some sort of endings occurring, but that's only because there needs to be a new beginning. And for some of you, something is going to have to end and get out of the way in order to make room for the new beginning. I think for some of you, you don't need the room, so nothing is really going to have to end. You're just going to be able to have new beginnings. But there is a message here of financial and otherwise just abundance in general, but financial abundance, an increase in finances, at least the potential for it. And the ways to make this happen are going to be to relax and and to allow the universe to do its thing. So you don't want to be in too much of resistance mode here, but it is also asking for some of your energy. It's asking some things of you. It's asking for you to go ahead and initiate things. So if you've been wanting to do something, if you've been wanting to look for another job, it's on you to initiate that, to start doing it. If you've been wanting to create something, which is very much favored for you right now, is that you have powerful creative energy. So it's very much favored for you to start creating or even building upon creation, but to start creating something. Maybe that's something that you can sell in your business, or maybe that is some skills that you want to utilize for, to receive income for. There's affluence here, and there is the energy of blessings, of abundance, success. Again, this can be with romance, this can be with family life, this can be with any aspect of life, as well as monetary. You do want to use organization. You want to organize your thoughts, your ideas, your time, all of that. Proper organization is going to be important. But you've got the green light to go ahead and initiate things, to start things. You have powerful creative energy right now and potential with that. You're coming to a climax, to a full moon, I call it, type of days where it's the peak. So it's reaping harvest time. And then from there there'll be a new beginning, which may be building upon the old cycle. It may be something completely fresh and new, but it's really on you, your responsibility, what you do with that energy and what you create. But it looks like you will be creating something, and the universe is backing you and trying to help you. The majority of the universe is backing you and trying to help you to be successful, to have it be things that make you feel rich and abundant and luscious and happy and blessed, really. So there is, of course, also there often is, of course, but there is a message in here of taking care of yourself, of directing your energy properly, protecting your energy from being depleted unnecessarily, from being, other people can sometimes get at you. There's a message here of taking care of yourself and finding inner power and confidence from within, and not letting that get to you, not letting others get to you. I do think for some of you also, this is going to be a time of partnership. It's going to be a time where you find one or more partners that you really like being with or working with in some manner. So romantic partners, friendships, business partners, but others that you really connect with and like doing something with, and it'll be fun and enjoyable. And that's about it for the reading. I'm going to say that with these cards also, I'm getting the message to make sure to bring in some balance, make sure to rest, don't overdo it, don't let yourself get burned out. There's a lot of energy here and you might get overwhelmed. So there is the need to relax and find that balance of outwardly doing things and having fun, partying, whatever, working on things, maybe initiating things. There's also that need to come in and just relax, go watch the sunset, that kind of. I'm going to move on to pile 3 now. Interesting. All right, so for you, you have endurance reversed, and you have economy, 8 of Pentacles. Sorry about the glare. So I'm going to take just a moment to kind of tune into the cards and let go of my thoughts, make room for messages coming in. Just give me one moment here. Okay. There is a message specifically having to do with finances and money in here, but there's a more general message as well. For you, it looks like for some of you, you may be going through a phase right now that is feeling a little bit challenging. It's feeling kind of ruling, like the pressure is on, like you've been working hard and you're kind of frustrated. It's frustrated energy. But it's just a phase and it's going to pass. You're going to get through it. And depending on how you handle it, you may be able to reap harvest, reap blessings from this. It can be very good financially. It looks like, remember, you've really been building something for a while now. Some of you have been doing this with a partner. And there is a message here that if you have been doing things with someone else, especially financially, that it can be, I'm sorry about that, my camera, well, my computer was dying, so I if you have been working with other people or one other person, either way, in a way that has to do with building money, building greater financial abundance, stability, it's time for you to look at whether or not that's balanced and fair, the workload. It looks like there may be some imbalance between the two of you, or between two groups of people, or it can be your job, your coworkers, and you. And it looks like someone or some people may be having to work harder than others, and they may really be starting to feel that. So this can be an imbalance where you're kind of taking advantage of somebody else, or a group of people, and you're having them do more of the work, or they're having to work harder than you are, and they're feeling that imbalance. And there's some negativity coming from that. There's some emotions and feelings that aren't so pleasant, and it's time to look at that and to try to make it a little more balanced, a little more level, for the well-being of everyone involved. But it can be the other end of the spectrum where you're feeling like you're having to pull more than your own weight. You're having to pull others' weight, and you're getting resentful or tired from this. It's not fair. It's not a good, healthy situation. There's a sickness developing with it even. That might just be a buildup of stress, but negative emotions. It's coming to a point where it would be best to address this, to look at it, address it, make some changes. You may have to leave some situations. But also, it looks like it's a good idea to look at your organization when it comes to finances and what's going on there. This can be organization of your goals as well, your financial goals. If you have a goal to run your own business, or you have a goal to get a promotion or a different job, or budget better, that kind of thing. How you're doing with that, how organized and disciplined you're being with that. And also to look at the speed at which you're moving when it comes to some sort of financial situation. Are you moving too quickly? Are you moving too slowly? So these are all things that right now it would be a good idea to look at, to evaluate, to make any alterations that need to be made in order to progress, to move forward with a more clean slate, and that will bring you greater success and abundance. So there is a message in here that's not strictly financial as well. So it'll apply to other areas of your life. You may want to look at both your health, how well you're taking care of yourself, how you feel, whether you're feeling good, you're feeling lively and revitalized and happy, or whether you're having to deal with more unpleasant trees, whether you're feeling heavy and weighed down and tired and unhappy. So it's a good time to look at that and look at what's causing that either way, and to think about how you might make changes to allow more light into your life, more happiness, to feel more joy, to bring greater health into your body. It's very connected, and I'm getting that with that reading, this reading, to make mention that that's very much connected to your physical health and how you take care of yourself and your moods and how you feel. So maybe time to get more exercise, or to get a little better nutrition, or to do some meditation, to relax more. You may need to get some things off your chest emotionally, or make some changes that are going to affect your emotional well-being, and that will allow you to feel good enough to start making more changes on a physical front to improve your health, physical health. Again, with the pace that you're moving at, are you moving too fast? Are you moving too slow? Are you moving at a comfortable pace? So you may want to look at, if you're feeling like a calling, if you're feeling like you know what it is for you specifically, if it's a romantic relationship that's coming up, or whatever it is, if you feel like you know specifically what the cards are talking about, look at that, look at the pace of how you move with that. Are you being an overachiever? Are you being too lazy? Are you being too pushy with somebody? That is a very great possibility with these cards, that in some area of your life, whether it's some sort of financial thing, job related, whether it's romance, partnership, whether it's family, or any other arena, there is a possibility of being too pushy with somebody, too demanding, them feeling hurt, and like there's a great imbalance. So looking at that, looking at the speed at which you're moving. And again, you can make alterations to this now to allow you to kind of shift the direction you're swimming in, and move through some of these blockages, and get ahead, get greater success, feel better, have healthy relationships. I do think that for a number of you, working with partners, working with teams, not going in it all alone is a good idea, especially when it comes to any financial adventure that you're thinking about. But it looks like there needs to be some rebalancing potentially of your health and well-being, organization of the pace at which you're moving. That's all connected to your health, the pace. But some balancing between the people, you and the people, so it's feeling more fair, more doable. So the demeanor and the vibration of the project or the environment is lighter and happier and more productive at that. So that's the message that I'm getting here for you. I also do see that for some of you, there's a situation of kind of looking outwards and blaming others, looking at where they're messing up, where they're not doing good enough, and there's a message to reverse that and look within now. Look at yourself. Look at how you're doing, and where your shortcomings are. It's a little bit of humbling, maybe necessary for some of you. It's not a bad reading. It doesn't look bad at all. There's just definitely a message here for you. It's coming at a time where you're not that far away from either achieving some goal that you've set for yourself, or from some sort of blessing, some sort of abundance coming in. However, there is some work that needs to be done first in order for that to be allowed, for you to allow yourself to receive it. It's a little bit of reworking, shifting, and a little more work that needs to go into that. There's also a message to make sure you're having fun, enjoying summer, Lighten up. For some of you, it's lighten up and just be a little more loose, a little more friendly, a little more nice, that kind of thing, both to yourself and to others. So maybe healthier and happier for it. So, okay, that's your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to leave comments, questions below. If you would like to get a personal reading with me, you can do that. Go to my website, which is toadstooltarotandmore.com, and there's a selection there, different types of readings you can get. I will be updating it in the future. If you have any questions about that, you want to know more about the decks I'll be using, anything like that, feel free to shoot me an email. It's not a problem or not a burden. Yeah, so I hope you all have a wonderful summer. I'm pretty sure I'll be making some more videos between now and autumn, but just the same, have a lovely summer. And until next time, Merry Part and Merry Meet again. Thanks for watching.